bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Stay packing, nobody knew.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Let's go. Pick it up, 53. Ready.
Throwing is Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Stafford looks to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's Geis. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hey, hold on. All day, every day, any day. Come on, let's box. Right.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions' 41-yard line.
Down. Now the roof. He's coming. He's coming. Go. Go.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. The throw over the middle taken in and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Stafford now to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 37. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Set. 280. Check back. Check back.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Haywood. 50 Cent. Mike, 50 Cent. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw is Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Motion, watch 10, watch 10.
Second down, Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Tight end right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Stafford on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Second time, defense, let's go. Hurry. Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Charlie. They're going to need some therapy after this. Mike 5-4.
Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. Waiting. 4 down. Alert.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming for you. You must.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Ryan Kerrigan came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Jim.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Washington Redskins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Go to base. 25 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Out of the gun, Geis. And an alley to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Lions first down.
Ready. Red 80. Mike 5-4. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 45 on 2nd down. Stafford, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 40. On first down, Johnson. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rap. 32. 54. Hey, orbit. Here we go.
Here's Stafford. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Here's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 14.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
57. Mike, 57. Here I come.
From the gun, Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
That's it, baby.
Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Prater for the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Slam.
Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Chest. Hatchet. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now Haskins to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Lions. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop, it was Trayvon Young. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. I'm trying to collect.
On third down, Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
54
From the 36, Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Lions.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Gets around him. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Redskins 15-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Alert!
Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
180. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hands. Kill.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To Johnson again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Geis. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All day, just like that.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Ready. 20. Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford, he's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 5-yard line.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Mike 40. Here we go.
Now Haskins down around his goal line. Complete. Richardson has it. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Geis, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check. Crunch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On the ground, it's Geis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a gain of 3, and it sets them up with second and just 2 yards to go. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Coming in.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Here's Haskins to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. This throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
24, Redskins 17.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
11, 59.
Now Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, hey. Get on.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
We're going 25 to Mike. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. Get that quarterback. Go, go, run, run, run.
And all the way down to the 26. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 26.
And the Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Real right, 22. Hey. 4 down.
Stafford. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go. Double time. Hey, 4 down. Big 20. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Double dog. That's what he had.
Now Stafford. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Set. Get a 20. Watch the run. 57 Mike 57. Check back. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run it with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point good by Prater. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, check. Mike 21, check. We own them. Kill.
Here we go with Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Lions, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.